بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم my beloved ones ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, we are going to take the session of Marifat, and we are still stuck in the love, because love is the foundation of Marifat. What type of love you have for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or for our Imams alayhi salatu wasalam and the Imam of our time. What type of love? Because this love is going to decide, is it just emotional, or is it, no, it is intellectual emotional? Because if it's emotional, then what is the difference between us and those people who worship idols and other entities, other animals and this? And because they have emotional love, because they have blocked their mindset and they started worshiping these kind of things, which are the creation, which are incomplete and which are imperfect. So that shows that they love the idols the same way you love Allah or you love Imam Hussein. But what's the difference? Their love is emotional only, not intellectual. Our love, most of us have emotional love as well, which needs to be changed to intellectual love. Intellectual love is stronger, like Salman's love for Allah, for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, for Ahlulbait AS. That kind of love we need to establish. Otherwise, if your love emotionally, so some other emotional factors will come, you leave Allah. You love a girl or some guy or some Versace guy or blondie girl or something like that. You'll fall in love with that person. You leave your wajibat, you leave your salat, you start doing haram things. As I've seen with my own eyes and experienced some youth, they are so God-loving and spiritual. Once they fall in love in this, some of these beauty queens with their eyes, khalas, they start becoming worshippers of their wives, worshippers of their lovers, and they forget Allah. Why? All this time, their love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emotional, not intellectual, so it's not firm. The same thing, those who love Imam Hussein and do Azadari, they don't follow the path of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. When the Imam, 12th Imam Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif will come, they will dump the Imam, like the people of Kufa did. So this is the dangerous of the emotional love. I'm not saying emotional love is wrong. I'm saying the emotional love without intellectual love is wrong, is slippery slope. Some other emotions come, they take the place of previous emotional things. So when the intellect, like many people, they love their mom and dad. Their loves are emotional. When their wife comes and their beloved one, they dump their mom and dad. Why? Because they did not value the position and the status and the efforts and all the strive and struggling their mom and dad did to upbring him. It's just my mom loves me. I love my mom. My mom cooks nahari and chicken kadai masala and chicken tikka and all those kind of things. I love my mom for. Baba, there's more to that. So then if your wife brings more better cuisine than your mom's cuisine, your love will go all the way there. So this kind of love does not take us to Marifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Marifat of the authority of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Love, we are talking intellectual love. Now let's try to take some of the words, of beautiful words of Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam today regarding the love. Hopefully we'll finish the love topic today and tomorrow start the obedience. But if not, we will need, because this we can't let these words, beautiful words of Imam Zain al-Abidin pass by us, and we are in the holy month of Ramadan, the month of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Imam Zain al-Abidin, in some, like this nafs is a barrier between us and between feeling the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if it's pure, it's still a barrier. Still a barrier. Once it's totally removed, when our souls depart the body and it's removed, then comes the feeling that yes, I can sense the existence of Allah surround me. My beloved one is with me every moment and every second. I don't have any barrier between me and him. Even the curtain is transparent. It's a curtain, okay? It blocks certain things. If you have a transparent, like your windshield, car's windshield, it's transparent, but it blocks the wind, it blocks the breeze, it blocks, if you close the windows, you don't feel the breeze, the nice weather. So the breeze of the love of Allah comes when these curtains are away. So that's why they long for the liqa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When will I meet my God? When will this Ibn Muljam Mal'oon will come and strike my head and mix my blood of head with my blood with beard? When will that time come where I will go to that system where there's nothing between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That means the spiritual and metaphysical presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not physical, but that connection, that bond without any curtain. So that kind of longing, let's see how Imam Zain al-Abidin in Munajat al-Muftaqirin, Munajat of the poor people. So Imam is like a beggar in this Munajat. Is poor, he needs something. What does he need? He needs Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Beggars of this world, they need money. Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi is begging to Allah. His connection, his bond, that kind of feeling. So let's see some of these words of Imam Zain al-Abidin. So Imam is maksur, broken, with that barrier between him and Allah. So, Ilahi, kasri, la yajburhu, illa lutfuka wa hananu. My heart is broken. I'm broken, Ya Allah. I need something. How can that broken, like the doctors, they mend, they fix the broken bones. Okay. So I'm broken, Ya Allah. I have a broken heart. And that broken heart cannot be fixed by doctors or the chiropractors, whatever. Uh, it can only be fixed by you, okay? By your passion, by your gentleness. So let me feel that thing, Ya Allah. Let me feel your passion. So, Kasri, la yajburhu illa lutfuka wa hananuk. Hanan is the hanan of hanan al the passion of the mother, okay? So even the passion of the mother is not satisfying Imam Zain al-Abidin. He wants a bigger hanan, a bigger kind of passion. Wafaqri, I'm poor. Oh my God. So does he need money? No. La yughnihi illa atfuka wa ihsanun. This is not that poverty which he's talking about. He's talking about the poverty which cannot be enriched or taken away except for you turning to me. Ya Allah, look at me. Look at me with your mercy, with your affection and passion. Wa ihsanuka, and your favors. What is the biggest favor Imam is looking? The radiyat and mardiyah, the sense of him being closest to Allah and Allah closest to him. That kind of pleasure of Allah and pleasure of Allah in him and his pleasure with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That kind of bilateral, he wants something. So that kind of thing is not attained unless the barriers are removed. Warawati. Rawa is a kind of fear, okay? Somebody scares the hell out of you or something. So he has this kind of fear inside him in heart. He says, La yusakkinuha. I have this fear. So enemies will be there. But if your peace and security and salvation comes in my heart, I don't care that the fear goes away. وَرَوْعَتِي لَا يُسَكِّنُهَا إِلَّا أَمَانٌ. That I have this raw'ah, I have this fear, and it cannot be tranquilized other than your tranquility, other than your security, your salvation. وَذُلَّتِي لَا يُعِزُّهَا إِلَّا سُلْطَانٌ. Ya Allah, I'm humiliated in this world. Okay, I'm nothing. I'm zero. So, and nothing can raise me, give me dignity, except for your might and your uh, power, Sultan, the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Umniyati, this is umniyati. There's a wish in the heart of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. What is his wish? Is his wish to earn like money? Is his wish to like get the gardens? And no, his omniya, his wish is what? It's gap inside his heart. لا يبلغنيها لا يبل لا يبلغنيها إلا فضله. Your benevolence, your favor, bestow your favor upon me. That is my wish. You are my wish. So you are my favor. So be there for me and remove my gap and emptiness and my wish, my desire. Fulfill it by your presence. وَخُلَّتِي لَا يَسُدُّهَا إِلَّا طَوْلُ. So I have lack, I have emptiness, I have gap. Khulla means like emptiness or gap. I have this, my gapness or my lacking cannot be compensated, cannot be refilled, cannot be filled except with your generosity and your tolerance. Because Ya Allah, I am shortcoming, though he's not shortcoming, we witness, mashallah. He feels inside himself the magnanimity, the greatness of God, and me nothing, the limited, worshipping unlimited. What kind of worship I'm worshiping, Ya Allah? I'm not worshiping you, the worship you are worth of, because I'm limited and you are unlimited. So how can my worship be worth of your might and your greatness? So that kind of emptiness, which is with Imam alayhi salatu salam, nothing can remove it except for Allah, tolerating forbearance of Allah. Illa tawluka. Because the kings, oh no, you need to do more to please me. This is not. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not like that. But Imam's feeling is that he deserves more than what I am giving. And that kind of emptiness, that kind of feeling is like, God, you might punish me for my limited worship. To you are unlimited. And that cannot be forgiven except for your uh, tolerance. And then Imam goes and goes, and then here's the beautiful sentence. Imam Ali Salatu says that I have this burning inside my heart. Okay, ghullati wa ghullati la yubarriduha illa waslu. I have this gap, fire, this fire burning in my heart, longing for you. It cannot be distinguished. Fire of love, fire of meeting you, Ya Allah. It will not go away unless I meet you. Illa liqa'uk. So that means the removal of this nafs and going into the world of metaphysical system. There you have no barrier between you and presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and feeling it. That kind of mulaqat, liqa between servant and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's what Imam says, that this kind of burning, anxious to see you, Ya Allah, will not go away. See the love. Nothing is nothing is nothing is extinguishing this fire of love and the fire of longing except for meeting you. وشوقي, my longing, okay? إليك لا يبله إلا النظر إلى وجهك. So Ya Allah, I'm really desperate to see you. I will never be able to calm down without seeing you, without meeting you, without looking at your face. Looking at your face means being in the presence of your dhat, that where I can feel your dhat. The face of Allah is dhat of Allah, and face of Allah is several metaphors. But there Allah doesn't have a face. I want to see your face, Ya Allah. That means I want to feel you, Ya Allah, feel your dhat without that barrier. Yes, walahfati, that lahfa. Somebody he wants something desperately. That desperateness is not going to go away without your, that desperateness will not go without illa rawhuka. Okay, that means you giving me the tranquility, the peace, the calm. Without that, it will never go away. I want to meet you. I have this desperateness, Ya Allah. وَسُقْمِ I have a disease. I have a sickness. What kind of disease, Ya Ibn Rasulullah? What kind of sickness? That I have, this thing is not going away. Sickness. I have this gap, desperateness, sickness, illness, burning fire. It needs a medicine. And that medicine is you, oh my God, and your cureness. La yashfihi illa tibbuh. Wa ghammi, my grief, la yubri'uhu illa qurbuka. That grief will never go away unless if I become in proximity to you, Ya Allah, your nearness. That will only eliminate my grief. And then Imam continues. So those who want to enjoy this desperateness of Imam, this burning of longing, this desiring to see God, to be with God, to meet God, that you can feel the taste, real ma'rifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the words of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam. Inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us his ma'rifat and the ma'rifat of his messenger and the ma'rifat of our Imam of time, and to keep us always on that path. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. Wa akhiru da'wan alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته
رمضان رمضان यूं कायम है रमजान
सदक़े आले मोहम्मद से बाकी है इसकी शान
रमजान रमजान यूं कायम है रमजान